Welcome back to Summit Country Day, taking on Catholic Central Irish soccer action here on RTV32, brought to you by your local Allstate agents, Dave Mowdy and Jim Twiggs. And a shot on goal, stopped once again by Ollie Davis, his fourth stop in the last about, I'd say, 5 minutes, Randall.
Absolutely, and you know, we had a nice run at goal while we were away. Again, Catholic Central proving that they can get out, run the pitch, and make plays even when the weather isn't necessarily in their favor. But they're still being offensive and playing very well.
I can hear the Irish fans from here. They really didn't appreciate the push-off Christian Hay got while that ball was in the air. But a nice boot on defense as Pat McCombs once again clears that one.
Boy, that's nice.
Bechtel fighting with a man on the sideline, trying to establish. I believe they're going to give the ball to Summit Country Day.
I think we found the level of intensity that the officials are going to let us go to tonight.
Anything.
It got a little more aggressive out there. We saw some a little more pushing and shoving, some more elbowing and high kneeing. But I think that the full-on push-off with the shoulder probably was a bit much that time.
Thor Bechtel might as well try out for the Catholic Central secondary next year with that kind of tackling.
But you know, a great place to do it. You're nice and deep in your side of the pitch.
No big threat if it's called on you.
Exactly.
Irish steal it away once again, looking to work downfield. They've got nobody back there, and it's easily taken away by the Silver Knights. 10 minutes exactly left to go here in this first half. Scoreless, 0-0. Here is once again, we could not be happier to be in Hamilton bringing you this game. I'd love to come back here. This
Absolutely.
place is nice.
Absolutely. You know, there's some talk that if there is a Catholic Central win here, that Saturday afternoon, the regional final game would happen here. I don't think it could possibly be a better place to go.
No, a beautiful facility. If you haven't been down here, a beautiful multi-purpose facility as well, with the soccer field, the football field, and the track as well. And it seats a great number of people. Some really comfortable looking seats down there.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't too cold, we'd probably be down there.
Well, you might be down there.
Well, yeah,
I think
that's true.
I'd rather be up here in the crow's nest with the cameras.
So the corner kick upcoming from Summit Country Day. Across the middle, headed. Oh!
A five-man rush at the goal, played to the back post, which is really strong, gave themselves a lot of opportunities. You saw the ball ping-pong in there a little bit. And again, a great play by the Catholic Central goalie.
I actually believe that shot actually came from off the foot of one of the Catholic Central defenders. And like Randall mentioned, we talked about a couple of minutes ago here on near the touchline, I think the refs are just going to let them play tonight.
I believe you're absolutely right. We've gotten some pretty good aggressive play here. And like we said at the open of the game, I think that tonight's the night to prove, hey, are you here to play, or are you going to make excuses? Is it time to be thinking about the weather, or are you here to get after it? And I like Catholic Central's attitude so far. They seem like they are really here to get after it.
A Catholic Central team trying to avenge a 5-0 loss to this exact same Cincinnati Summit Country Day team as they try and run the two-man game back to the middle. But
nice.
At this point in the season, though, you've been a coach. How much of it is you're concentrating on winning the regional semifinals, and how much of it is you're concentrating on payback?
Well, it's a one-game season. You know, yes, would you love to get a team that maybe got you earlier in the year? Absolutely. But this time of year, it's one and done, man. You are out here to win this game, and you're going to find any way possible to go ahead and put that win on the board.
Once again, we talked about Bernard Baker, the coach for Cincinnati Summit Country Day, has churned out a list of Division I college players, I would say probably not rivaled by many programs in the Cincinnati area. Alex Prede, most recently in 2010, now starring at the Notre Dame. So a who's who of teams. And if you're Catholic Central, building a resume by beating a team like this.
Boy, that's a good challenge and win right there.
Would be huge. Country Day comes away with the ball right in the middle as they'll go 2-on-5.
Good contained defense right there. Very good patience. Great work on defense.
Austin Smythe with the ball. They tried to set something up on the outside. Not able to get to it as it goes across the goal line off Carlos Garcia Mendez.
Playing another corner here. Let's see what Country Day comes up with. I like Catholic Central's idea. They're going to go ahead and mark both posts, obviously with their goalie in the center. Country Day is going to set up a deep run. They're going to come from about 15 yards out.
Last time the Country Day tried this, they tried to go to the left goal post. They'll kick it in a little farther this time, trying to head it back to the middle. As Thor Beckdahl for Catholic Central gets it out ahead.
Boy,
he had
nice
a
ball.
man streaking up the sidelines. Had to come back for it that time is Robertson. And just like that, goes back to Country Day. 5:45 left here in this first half, as neither team has been able to put one in. A lot of shots on goal for the Silver Knights. Ball sent out across to Meininger. Headed, and he goes in. So the first goal of the game with 5:22 left to go here in the first half puts the Silver Knights up 1-0.
And who would have thought, with all of the ways to go and all of the attacks that they had, that a controlled style offense would have generated that shot, because it was exactly that. Country Day spread the field. They worked from one side to the other and back, and a well-timed cross and a well-timed play put them on the board first.
So Kalen Huber will get credit for the goal, the leading scorer on the season for the Silver Knights, and he added probably his biggest goal of the year. So we'll see how Catholic Central responds as Bechtel has the ball right in the middle of the field. Has it taken away, but the Irish maintain possession. Bechtel at 30 yards out. Ball sent back near midfield. And the Irish doing a good job of playing keep away, trying to advance the ball as they set up downfield.
Playing some control game. This is nice. You know, just under 5 minutes left here in the first half. Just went down 1-0. Obviously not insurmountable by any stretch, especially since in the second half you're going to have that wind at your back. So I like this. Stretch out, control the game, control the ball, maybe use a little more of that time. Plus, with zero substitutions so far for Catholic Central, if that's correct, you know, you've got to think, hey, you know what? If we can get out of this down 1-0, get in and stretch a little bit, hydrate again, and come out with that wind at our back, that's going to be a real plus for us.
Catholic Central, I don't believe, maybe any more than once this season has actually trailed at the half. They've only lost 2 games. So I believe one of those 2 they actually trailed at the half, but you have to see what kind of strategy that Coach Shane Latham comes up with at the half.
Well, you're talking about an all-star coach. You're talking about a guy who has developed a program who has been competitive and won state championships. This guy, if there's anybody out in this stadium that knows how to turn this into a W, I think you're talking about the coach.
Probably, for my money, 2 of the better coaches in the area, and he and Bernard Baker. Bernard
Agreed.
Baker actually has an NCAA Division I All-American to his credit and an MLS All-Star. So you're exactly right. 2 guys who love this high-pressure situation and would love to be able to, I guess for lack of a better term, outsmart the other guy. Booted away by Country Day and kept at midfield. Catholic Central trying to sneak a man back behind, but keeps going back to the goalkeeper in Ryan Hall.
Well, I think that you saw Thor Bechtel on that. Found himself perilously close to being offsides. Didn't want to get the stoppage in play if he had somebody following up behind him. So that's why you didn't see him turn around and turn into a big attacker there.
Thor Bechtel, the only boys Buffalo Wild Wings Student Athlete of the Week this season that we've given out, just by dumb luck.
Absolutely.
But what a great choice.
Absolutely. Well,
And he's only a junior.
You can tell that you've got leadership on the pitch from all grade levels. And like we used to say all the time, when you're a junior in the regular season, in the playoffs, you're a senior.
Right. You're exactly right. And kicked across, tried to center it, maybe get a shot on goal, but it'll go out across the touchline, but it'll stay with Summit Country Day. Exactly 2 minutes left to go here in this first half with the Silver Knights up 1-0 behind a Kalen Huber goal.
And another deep throw in here. Country Day is obviously going to be thinking about turning this into a scoring opportunity. 6 men in the attack, and a nice clearance by Catholic Central.
Good save as Robbie Wellington able to keep it alive for Country Day. Ball sent back down, out across to Bechtel. He puts a good boot into it, but it's immediately fed back. And Country Day stays on the offensive with 1:10 left to go here in the first half.
Hey, let's give David the credit on that. That was actually David Welch, 18.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
The white and green from here looked like a 10.
I just want to make sure that all these players get all of the credit that they deserve because, man, they are putting it on the pitch tonight.
And something that Randall talked about, Catholic Central actually doesn't have any substitutions yet. The Silver Knights have actually gone twice. They've subbed in and out Carlos Garcia Mendez and Robbie Wellington a couple of times. So sort of a little bit of help. 30 seconds left to go as 35 yards out is where the kick will come from. A nice long kick near the goal. Sort of changed directions on the goalkeeper. That one will go in. It'll make it 2-0 Silver Knights with 22.8 seconds left.
What an unfortunate spot to have that happen. But, you know, we talked about it earlier. A strike from that distance with a wet ball on a wet field. Hold on, Mike. I think we've got... We've not yet put this score.
You said the ball. I heard the ball hit somebody.
No goal.
No goal. So a huge turn of events for the Catholic Central Irish as Ollie Davis kicks it 50 yards down the field. 15 seconds left to go, and the Irish dodge a bullet as the
9, 8,
less than 10 seconds to go, and we cannot say enough as the ball is kicked across the touchlines
2,
as the throw in, and that will end the first half. But once again, the Irish dodge a huge bullet. So heading into the first half, the end of the first half, 1-0 Summit Country Day. We'll take a break and be back. You're listening to Boys Soccer Action, brought to you by Dave Twiggs and Jim Mowdy, your local All-State agents.
Jim Twiggs and David
Twiggs
Mowdy.
and David Mowdy.
Your All-State agents in Clark and Champaign counties.
We'll take a break and be back. This is Boys Soccer Division III, RTV32 Sports.